Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I'm doing a contest video response for WJU 2004, Woo-Joo, or JT. He lives in Ohio. Lives not far from where I grew up, so we kind of have that bond. I've already done some trades with him and stuff. He's a great guy. He's always on Blog TV and YouTube and stuff, so I've talked to him a lot, and I feel that he is a friend, so I'm willing to do this response for him. Plus, it's a fun contest. It's got a lot of nice prizes, so it's worth the risk. Go ahead and check it out, and I'll have the link in the box on the side. So check that out. So you can also put up a video response or put in one of the text comments or something like that to get in it, and also subscribe to him. But now to follow his rules for the contest, like I said, I'll put up the link. So go check that out. Check out his video and subscribe to him and stuff. But he also has like certain rules you have to follow for this video response, which you have to have 100 subscribers, which I don't know how many I have, but I know it's like 900, something like that. So have the 100 subs. I will have that. This will post as a video response, so that's one of the rules. Plug his contest, which I did, so I'm reading it right now. Include a link, which I will do, and show me your favorite card. Don't worry about the value, just your favorite. So if you guys put up a video response and want to see your favorite card, I honestly have 100 cards that I absolutely love. Like I wouldn't trade or sell or whatever, and this is one of them. Now I was a pitcher for 16 years. I was actually a pretty good pitcher, and I love it. Loved everything about it. Tore my labrum, so I messed up my arm pretty bad, and I still do some work with some big time pitchers and stuff like that. And I've also done some hitting training, which is kind of weird because I was never an amazing hitter. I mean, I only had like 16 home runs, was the most I ever hit in 1 year, so not that great, I guess. Anyway, I was a pitcher, so I love pitchers and stuff, and I pulled this thing. It's a triple patch from SP Game Use patch. It's one of my favorite non-Griffey cards because Griffey Jr. is obviously my biggest PC, but this is in my PC because I have, like I said, like 100 cards that aren't Griffey that are, still PC. So it's not for trade or sale, but it's pretty freaking nasty. Show it here. Triple logo. Matt Morris, Mark Pryor, and Roy Oswalt. You guys also know I was with the Astros organization, so working there, working with Roy Oswalt and stuff, got to meet him. I have actually, I think I have two autographed, like real jerseys, like game issue jerseys of Roy Oswalt, which I will also show in an upcoming video sometimes. You guys can check that out. But like once we get everything out here, once I'm not living out of boxes right now because we just moved here, I will show that, and it's pretty sick. And I'll show more on my PC because I have so much it's not been shown. I think it's pretty cool for you guys to check out. But anyway, these are it's number 2 of 10. You can see it's 3 logos. So Cubs, Cardinals, and Astros. Pretty nasty. And if I did not collect Griffey Jr., there's a good chance I would collect Oswalt. Really, really heavy. I think he's by far the most underrated pitcher in baseball, maybe in baseball history. He doesn't get nearly enough credit. If he played on a team like the Yankees or the Cubs or some team that had a good, solid offense year after year after year, reliable, plus good relief pitching behind him, this guy would probably get like 23 wins a year. I mean, this guy is amazing. So obviously Mark Pryor, Matt Morris, they both had their heyday and been up and down. So whatever. 3 pitchers though, number 2 of 10, logo patches. Love that card. So that's, I would say, one of my favorite cards. But that fits the contest description. So hopefully you guys like that one as well. Now, last thing he wants to know is tell me your childhood hero. Says, I know it's weird, but he just wants to know more about his subs, which is cool, because that's why we're on here, right? It's not just to collect cards, it's also to make friends and stuff. So he just wants to know a little bit more about us. And obviously, my childhood hero is Ken Griffey Jr. And oddly enough, I'm 24 right now. My name is Thundering 24, but it's not because of my age. It's because Griffey's number when he was on the Mariners as a rookie was 24. Some of you guys I know are younger and stuff. You should probably already know that anyway. But obviously, he's had the number 30, the number 3, the number 17 with the White Sox for half a year, and whatever he decides to go with for sure with the Mariners, which is a good chance he'll go back to 24. But regardless, 24 is my number, so it is my number. It was my number, but it was because of Ken Griffey Jr. He was my childhood hero. Being 24 years old, I was born in 1984. I started playing around with baseball, learning the game, got my first card and stuff when I was 3 years old. I don't quite remember that, but when I was like 4 and 5, I do remember that. You remember getting cards at the local drugstore and stuff because we didn't have a hobby shop, little retail packs or whatever. And I just started collecting. I actually liked George Brett a lot when I was very, very, very little. I mean, when I was like 3, 4, 5, like I was one of the kids like that could, tell you stats and where somebody's born and stuff like that. Like when I was 6 years old, I probably knew the starting lineup of half the teams in Major League Baseball, like in order, their normal batting order, what position they played, right hand, left hand. That's all I cared about when I was a kid was baseball and a little bit of math. But whatever. I guess that's where the stats came in. So anyway, man, I just loved following baseball and stuff. And then 1989 is when he broke in. He was drafted in 1987, first pick overall. 1989 is when he broke into the league. So I was going on like 6 years old in 1990, and he became my favorite player in 1990 just because there's a lot of hype about him from being like the young. He was the kid that was different. He wore his hat backwards, and he was always smiling on the field. And they paid him a large bonus to be on the team, or at least large at that time. It's nothing now. So I mean, there's a lot of hype about him. There's a lot of things in the news about him. So I got to hear about him a lot. He performed well. He lived up to the pressure. They were talking about how good a kid he is off the field and how he was great through high school. He went to a private school in Cincinnati, which I'm familiar with. He was born in Denora, Pennsylvania. It's like he grew up an hour from where I grew up and stuff. So we just kind of had that, I guess, like a bond type thing through that. Just like I have at WJU, growing up like 30 minutes or less from him. It's just kind of cool, they grew up in the same area as each other. So, I started following him 1990. He was my favorite player, and ever since, like he's always been my favorite player. Even when he got hurt to the early '90s after he got traded to the Reds and stuff, he's never stopped being my favorite player. He's a great man on the field, great man off the field. He's not getting in trouble with the law. He's not a drug abuser. He's not beating his wife. He has a great family. He loves his mom and dad. Um, he's got another brother who was a professional baseball player. His dad was a professional baseball player. It's just he knows what to do and he does it. He treats baseball like a job. It is a job, but he treats it like that. He treats it like his job. He goes and does his work. He performs the way he's supposed to. He gives it his all. He's not afraid to dive or jump over a wall or something like that. It's not about being pretty or making it look good. He just does what he's paid to do. No matter what that pay is, he just does his job as hard as he can, as well as he can. Whether he performs or fails, he does it well. He shuts his mouth and he goes home to his family. And I love that because that's what I think you should do. You should have a personal life and a work life, and I respect both of those. He's amazing on the field, and no problems off the field. So, what kind of role model could you ask for? What better role model could you ask for? It's type of person I look up to, or looked up to as a kid, and still do today because I think he's one hell of a man. So he is my childhood and still my hero slash idol. So that's what I like. And collect Ken Griffey Jr. And that was my card. I'll show you again. And again, this is a video response for WJU, JT, Woo-Joo, all the same person. It's WJU 2004, and that's the way I actually met him is because I randomly found him when he had very few subs, or I don't, maybe no subs. I have no idea. But I recognized his name when he made a comment or something like that, and asked him just randomly if it stood for a college, and it's WJU is the college he went to, and I recognized it because, like I said, it's in our area. So he was surprised I knew the name. We started talking ever since. So please go check him out. Hopefully you're not completely bored with his video response. And that's it. I'll be online a little bit more now that I'm moved in, although I have all this crap behind me. As you can see, some boxes up beside me and stuff like that. Like I'm on a bar stool right now. Still have boxes as high as me. So we're getting moved in right now. And I'll be around a lot more. Throw some group breaks and stuff like that. I'm going to have a housewarming group break here real soon. So check that out. And like I said, I'll show more of my PC and stuff. I'm sure you guys will love it. And since we're coming up on like 1,000 subscribers, might as well show you guys since I've talked about it for 2 years now. So, all right, guys, peace, and thanks for watching.